So,
Yeah.
we're recording.
You recording?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Hold on, let me get this audio set up.
Mhm.
Yeah, we lit. We lit, my boy.
We lit.
Yo, welcome to On the Trip podcast, y'all.
Yes, sir. Well,
Yes,
on
sir.
the trip, episode 1.
We are on the trip now. We are live. We are shooting from Sunny Beam, my nigga. What's up with you, bro?
Chilling, brother.
It's
How you
good.
doing? How you doing?
I'm good with the boy, with the host. I'm Ethan. This is my boy Nas. And this is our first time shooting a podcast.
Sure.
Let's get to it, brother.
Let's get to it. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Oh, man. Ugh. Every time I hit that shit, man, that made me feel like some type of way. Oh,
Feels like
anyway.
sometimes it down your throat.
It do feel like it's some real baller shit, though.
Yes,
That's
sir.
some real
On the rocks.
alcohol.
On the rocks, too, you know what
On the rocks, the only way we do, because we don't have coke
I'm saying? Exactly.
or cocaine.
Or cocaine. Oh,
No cocaine.
no cocaine. We don't need none of that.
No, so how, what should we should introduce ourselves, right?
Yeah. You
So
want to start off with
I'll
that?
start it out, but my name is Ethan. People call me Vanilla Draco. I'm an artist. I make music. I do art.
Yo.
I do NFTs.
NFT shit.
So basically with myself, I'm 19. I'm in the Bay Area. I'm from originally San Antonio, Texas, but I moved out here about 5 years ago with my family, and I've been here ever since then, loving it. I guess I can say I've become more like a Bay Area fool, you know.
Yeah, you get into the culture and all that.
Yeah, hella indulged by the culture, but
I see.
yeah. So I've been here for a while, and then I just been started working on music about 5 years ago, and it's been my passion really, you know. Yeah, but other than that, nothing crazy, you know. Now we're doing this podcast shit because I make fire music. I think it's fire, and I feel like we have a lot of shit to talk about because we're young individuals that are a little bit woke spiritually, mentally, and physically, you know.
Exactly.
So I feel like we have a lot of things to talk about, like not only about like fucking politics and government, what's happening with the world every day, drugs and shit, drugs you shouldn't take and you should not take,
Yeah, exactly.
and things that are going on, you know, with ourselves and people around us, from a barrier point of view, you know, from a young adult's point of view too, because we have a lot of shit to talk about. I mean, we don't really. I think the reason why I want to do this because I do not see nobody our age that's like 19 or 20 or 21.
That's
Maybe there is
this shit.
on this shit especially, but I don't ever see nobody talking about the shit that we want to talk about. Or listen, because I mean, I listen to Joe Rogan. I'm like, he's talking about DMT, and I'm like, oh, that's lit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like one of the reasons why I did DMT anyway. You know, because he talked about it, and he kind of made stigma of it kind of lowered because it's not that bad, and it's fucking strong. It'll make you like shit your pants a
It'll
little
make
bit,
you
but
fucking crazy.
it's just for 5 minutes, you know, and it's like, I feel like maybe everybody should at least experience something similar like that once. It's very mystic, you know.
Nah, that's true.
But yeah, let's get to you, because enough about me.
Nah, well, fucking first and foremost.
He's the more interesting one too.
You know, hey, don't say that. You gotta, you know. My name is fucking Nazil, you know what I'm saying? Nazil, y'all can call me Nas.
No, the rapper.
Shit, Nas the rapper. Now, a little bit about me. I used to live out in Australia for like 3 years. I'm originally from Bay Area cat, you know what I'm saying? Original Bay Area. I'm out here from Daly City. I used to originally stay out in Daly City Peninsula. Mostly, I just wanted to hop on the podcast with the homie, you know, help my homie out. Also, I feel like we got a lot to talk about, a lot of life experiences as well.
Some shit.
We've been through a lot for sure. Put like other people like our age on some game, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they don't know the shit that we know. Not to sound like a smart ass.
Not to sound cool, we just want to put people on some game.
Exactly, bro.
You know.
That's all I'm trying to do, spread some positivity.
Spread the love, brother.
Exactly, that's all I want, bro.
We also have another person on the podcast, but
brother
Anthony.
Brother Anthony.
He's not on here right now, but he's with his family because it's holidays and it's New Year's Eve, or not New Year's, it's Christmas Eve. But he would be here if he could, but probably the next upcoming episodes he's gonna be on it. And you know, just we're recording this on the phone, and we got the microphone set up because I record at home sometimes. You know, I make music, like I said, so I had this shit figured out. The audio interfaces ain't nothing new to me, but from a visual point, we use your iPhone, which I YouTubed it. I'm like, can you do a podcast from your phone, and it's like, yeah, you can really do a podcast from your phone. So I was like, fuck it. I mean, you don't need to have. See, the thing is, people think you have to have some expensive ass equipment to shoot videos, to shoot podcasts, to take dope ass pictures. No, you don't.
Nah, bro.
You really don't.
Nowadays, everything is basically just all in your pocket, bro. You got a calculator. Before, bro, you used to have to walk around with the music MP3 player.
Oh yeah.
Calculator, iPod, all that shit. All
and
you gotta do
it's crazy because these phones cost them $1,000, and people don't know why they paying $1,000 like for a new phone. I mean, it's the camera that's really expensive on there, and people don't use it other than taking pictures of waterfalls and their food, which is nothing wrong with that. But I mean, there's so much more you could do from a creative aspect and point of view with your phone. And this is what we doing. You know, we don't have no expensive cameras because that would break my bank account. I ain't rich or
break my pockets.
Yeah, they break my pockets. Like there's some like good cameras that they say there's like 1,000 plus. I'm like, fuck that. No, I'll invest that in some stocks and get my money back.
Exactly. I mean, same thing with this camera equipment as well. You can invest your money into that getting back as well. But
I mean, yeah, of course, but I mean that I feel like that's a hustle too. You know, you gotta find something that you want to do. People, you gotta. I mean, that's cool too. There's no hate in that too, because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you could do that. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I get what you're coming from, for sure.
Yeah, so it's an interesting thing. But yeah, like we said, we had our brother Anthony on here too, but he's not on here. Of course, when he shoots the episode with us, we'll put him in the honor and shit like that too.
Yes, sir.
It's sure when it counts, but until that, yeah, it's just me and my boy. Now it's because we've been more. Because I got pissed off when he didn't come last time, because he was supposed to bring the MacBook and shit. When you came here all the way, and he was like, "Fuck it, bro. We ain't had nothing. We just wasted."
Hey man, we ended up getting high and getting some food, so I was fine with that.
And my boy got me some Jamba Juice, so that was lit too.
Oh yeah, we can get a Jamba Juice too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jamba Juice.
Jamba Juice. I would love to have some Jamba Juice here every day because I'm a healthy motherfucker, bro. And I like being healthy. I don't even eat junk food, bro. I really should indulge on it, but
I mean, you know, you gotta treat yourself once in a while, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like McDonald's.
Nah, McDonald's, bro. See, the thing about McDonald's, bro, it's like you eat any type of fast food. Really, you eat it and you just feel like trash afterwards, right? And that's just because of all the basura, exactly, where you feel like trash.
No, it's not. But yeah, so that's basically a little introduction and a point of view of ourselves. We already had 7 minutes, brother. We killed 7 minutes. That's lit.
That was pretty cool, I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah, so what we got here? You got your cart. We got some RSL Rick Simpson oil. Shout out Rick Simpson oil. Shout out motherfucking 17 Labs. You've been indulging on this. I've been practicing celibacy, so I've been sober.
Yes, sir.
But brother here been going crazy with it.
I've been on it.
But yeah, we smoke weed. We smoked a lot of. I'm 5 days sober. I'm trying to do that for as long as I can, just to maintain my mental headspace. I want to get back in my normal headspace, but of course, my boys love it, so we with that funk shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm actually sipping on some of my coffee, so I couldn't say I'm just sober from smoking. Smoking in general. I'll take some of this. But actually, we'll probably take some of it in a bit because we got Nana's cookies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got put on a little bit of Nana's cookies.
Grandma sent me cookies from the house, from H-Town. So we gotta indulge on some of that. Put that on there. You know what I'm saying?
Grandma sent the pack from out of state.
Out of state, shipped it. Got a priority mail, UPS priority. They ain't scanning nothing. That's how you get them packs through. They don't scan it if you send it first class or priority.
Oh, I think you might have to cut that out, but you putting them on too much game right there, boy.
Nah, that's not. I mean, that's business You send business documents. The government cannot scan your business documents because you can have some architect plans for a business plan that boom.
Somebody take your shit,
yeah. So that's why. But yeah, I'll look at it later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think we wanted to originally live stream this, but we just doing it from the iPhone.
See, I just feel like it would be better for our final product type thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean the live stream, I have no idea. I mean I'm gonna put this on my personal YouTube channel and we're just gonna go from there. Eventually I'll make another YouTube channel. I've been low on time.
This is just our rough draft right here, bro.
This is introduction.
Our beginnings right here. This is our foundation right here. This is our foundation.
Yeah, I literally this is a pool table if you guys can see, so I had them in my desktop in my room. Like we were supposed to start at 11:30. It's what time is it? We're an hour late starting this. But we're recording it because it's honestly gonna be easier for me to edit and process and get that through.
Hey man, technical difficulties don't stop nothing. Don't ever let nothing stop it, bro. Keep it pushing. Put all the negativity.
If you stop it and it's something small, that's an excuse. Ain't no excuse, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't let yourself stop you because you want to get lazy or something. You know, like push forward for the things that you want in life, bro. Because no one's gonna make it happen for you but yourself. And that's why, like I'm lightweight, little congested, bro. I'm not sick. We don't say the S word around here. I don't get sick. I haven't been sick since like fucking it's 21, since like 2019, and I will not get sick again. I'm stuffy, bro. That's the only word I'll say. I'm stuffy right now. So I woke up this morning. I'm like, I don't even want to like wake up. I wanted to sleep. And then I'm like thinking, man, fuck this bitch ass virus. I ain't doing shit for it. So I got my ass up. I was telling you about this. I got my ass up. Went to my dad's girlfriend's office. Got my microphone because we were originally trying to shoot this at her office. Yeah. And then the boy Anthony didn't come through because he slept in like a little bitch. But love you, he's good.
I love you, Anthony.
But, we're all hella hyped now. We doing it, but so I did that this morning. I was like, I need to get some like tea or some shit, bro. But nah, I didn't have time. So I got here. He pulled up. I was like in the shower, shaving and shit. Yes, sir. This is why we started a little late. But you know what? Sometimes the plan doesn't go as planned, but you still do it.
Hey man, mine is set back for a major comeback. You feel me?
Major comeback. This is gonna be huge, bro. I already feel it in my bones, bro. Like this shit is so fun. Like it's already like 11:28 seconds. And it's just talking.
Well, see, bro. Ever since I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't think I've actually told you this before, like personally.
What?
Like us, ever since we've been talking about this shit, bro, I just had like a real good feeling about it. You feel me?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's been on the back. It hasn't been like a priority, but it's definitely been on the back of my mind. And I feel like this is fun. Like, I mean, I watched Joe Rogan do it, and he's been doing it for so long. Like, it's fun. You get to meet people. Like, we're gonna have guests come on and shit. Eventually, like I already got like I want homies to pull up and shit. Like one of my upcoming guests, like I would probably say is my boy Evan. Like I was telling you, because he smoked cards and shit.
Oh yeah.
And he was having a lung issue, and I wanted to talk about that and make that like kind of public because they put outside this. Imagine there's a card, or you have a card.
Oh yeah, nigga.
They put acetate in this shit, and when you smoke that, it's not really. It kind of fucks with your lungs up a little bit. And he was saying he went to the doctor, and they were telling him like even the dispensary cards and shit. But that's just gas though.
No, honestly, bro, I've noticed that even after I hit a card, sometimes my lungs in my chest, I'll feel like a little sting. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't matter if I get it from the dispensary. I barely cop off like cards. I don't cop off the street no more. That's a pro tip. I'm putting y'all on.
Yeah, don't cop shit off.
Don't cop cards off the street. High school kids. Even your plug, bro. I don't care if your plug got some good trees. The cards, bro, he playing your ass, bro. I'm telling you right
they get those cards for cheaper than you would like to think, and that's the thing. They resell that for a higher value.
Sometimes they don't even get the cards, bro. They just get the casing, bro.
They get the
casing and they fill it with some vitamin D. That's what it is. That's why it's always hella.
Or if it tastes like pine, bro, they put in chemicals in it and shit. That's
exactly, bro.
And like, let's think about the dank cards, bro. You remember the dank cards, bro?
Yeah.
Those were so fire. I was in a different dimension when those shits came out when I was young as fuck. But no, those were bad as hell.
They were.
Like I remember I finished one, bro, and the shit was black.
That's what. Look at this.
Yeah, this is a little dark brown,
right? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Don't fuck with the street cards, bro. I didn't even cop this off the street.
This Ursa, that's some diamonds.
That's Ursa, bro. This is some live diamonds right here.
This motherfucker's crazy
black. You know what?
I wanted to get one of those too, bro, so bad, but
you know what? This might have made me stop smoking cards. Really, I prefer flower anyways over cards.
Yeah, I like the herb, bro. The herb gets you better. I mean. Exactly. This is my preference about weed, bro. Like, if it's street, I used to love the Zaza, the exotic shit, bro, the expensive eights, the $50, $60 eights. I used to love that. But I used to realize that, I don't know, you could put your opinion on this too, because, like, whenever I'm smoking some Zaza, I feel like it give me hella more anxiety and paranoia. Versus, like, and this is true for me. I don't know about other people. I cannot speak for other people. This is my own opinion. I cop, like, a fuck ton of tree from my boy. it was some outdoor, but it was some cool outdoor with some rare Skittles, and all the homies know about rare Skittles for me. But it made me feel happier, bro, when I smoked it, like a better high, like a better head high. I feel like it was an indica, but it made me feel better, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you're saying, personally, you think that outdoor is better than indoor?
Yeah, I feel like if it's grown by the sun, bro, it's more natural. And when it's grown by artificial light, it's artificial. It's not like the same.
See, with me personally, bro, I stick with brands that I know. I don't really go shopping around for weed too much. I just like craftsmanship. That's what I look for. That's another thing.
Good quality treat too, bro.
Yeah, quality over quantity, bro. If your place trying to sell you like an ounce of some booth for like fucking $80, it's not worth it.
No.
Why are you gonna throw $80 away? You can go buy like a good quarter at least. You know what I'm saying? A little quarter that would get you high for longer than that ounce will, because you're gonna have to smoke more than that ounce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
So it's all quality over quantity. Don't ever let quantity get in the way of your quality.
And that's the thing about a lot of shit that I do personally is quality over quantity. I don't want to just drop a bunch of, like, especially I think about this music.
Yeah.
If I drop a bunch of like songs I have so many unreleased projects that are fire, but I'm missing a verse in it, or I'm missing like just one part I don't like in it.
That one hook or something like that, huh?
Or it could be a hook and then the next part, or sometimes like I just have my engineer, like shout out Ralphie Rocks, I love that boy.
Shout out Ralphie.
I have my engineer sometimes like repeat my hook so it's copied so it's the same, but there's been some times where I just be like, man, let me redo it. I just want to make it sound a little bit more organic.
Oh yeah.
But there may be parts where I say something wrong in it in the song, like in the hook, and it sounds a little bit off versus in the beginning hook. So there's the beginning hook and then the ending, middle hook and the ending hook. And it may sound a little bit off in like the middle or the ending, or it doesn't sound the same, but it sounds like maybe like my tone is off a little bit, or I didn't say it at the right tone that I wanted to. And it, like, I noticed. I don't think people would notice it, but if I notice it, I'm not
in your head, because you're like the creator of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
I feel that. Now, especially with like this thing, like you said, things you don't think other people would notice. It's just like a personal insecurity, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
you can always go back and improve on things, so it's whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm working on this mixtape with my boy Danny K right now. Shout out Danny K, he's cool. That's my producer right now. We're working on a lot of shit. He's been sending me beats. He sent me like a bunch of beat packs this morning too. I looked at it. I think I left them on red. I'm gonna hit you back if you see this, but I was in a rush this morning.
Hey, dog, we had to get shit set up for this, man.
Yeah. But yeah, we was working on that, and I already recorded one song. Got my boy from San Antonio, It's Isaac. Shout out him too, cause he makes bangers, and we were in the studio, and we had a pretty cool. We had a good song. Yeah, we had a good song, and that's just recorded. I might drop that tune. I need to drop more music, but
Stay tuned, Don Draco Records, nigga.
Don Records.
Don Records.
Yeah, that's my label. I need to make that an LLC because that's official. That's just some real shit, bro. Don Records is cool.
You need to get that stamp for real.
Nah, for real.
You sure?
But yeah, so let's talk about psychedelics now.
Oof.
That's a big topic. That's a big motherfucking topic because we are both trippers. We are both well, I guess we're psychonauts. I mean,
experience good, like
I wouldn't say I indulge in it too much no more, but every now and then I need a reset.
I'll tell y'all one thing. This dude right here, he's more experienced in that whole realm than I am, for sure.
Yeah. Respectfully,
yeah.
Brother been in that shit too, but
yeah.
I think it's just a barrier. I mean, you live in Australia too.
Oh yeah, well, see, bro, like. I just feel like it's more of a thing out there because it's more outdoorsy out there for me. When you
that's better though.
When you take shrooms or some acid, you want to be in like a outdoorsy environment, you know?
Nah, for real.
Most of the time, get close to nature, just be away from like surroundings, you know, and enclosure because you don't like that. You want to set your mind free. So I feel like people out there they just like doing that stuff because they adapt more to that in the outback, you know. But out here, for sure, it is a Bay Area thing. Everybody takes shrooms.
Oh yeah, it's legal in Oakland.
It's legal in Oakland.
It's legalized in Oakland, so they've been pushing it. Hell,
yeah, you can't hate on that. It's legal.
Yeah, you can't. Feds can't hate on it because it's legal in Oakland, and we only indulge that in Oakland.
In Oakland,
and we're of age. So
we're of age.
So
exactly.
So federonis,
Stay away
Suck
from
my pepperoni. You can't do shit. Yeah.
Straight up.
And that's federal too. Please don't come after me.
Please don't come after us.
I don't want to cop smoke. No, it honestly, like, it goes back, like, I think my first experience, I had an LSD, bro, and
Wait, so your first psychedelic experience was with LSD?
was with the LSD, bro. It was a double dose, 450 UG. I mean, we don't really know how much they put in it.
Yeah, but
450
from what you knew, yeah.
It was pretty strong. It was my first dose, and I remember my brother served me, and I love that boy. That's my OGJ, bro. But he served me. He gave me a pre-roll with it too. He's like, bro, smoke that shit with it. So he's like, smoking on the third hour. So I took that shit. It's the first psychedelic I've ever experienced. I never taken Molly. I mean, I have now, but during that time frame, I never taken ecstasy, Molly, shrooms, just mostly marijuana. And I remember I took it, and like, it was beautiful, bro. For like the first 3 hours.
Yeah.
I've never experienced something like that. You know,
come up, that's the peak.
The come up was amazing, bro, and it gets more. It's crazy. I love telling this story, bro, because I remember I was like, the first 3 hours, the first hour it kicked. I started feeling, I was like dancing and shit in my mirror, and then the second hour, like I just had my motorcycle helmet on. I was just gigging. I was listening to some Kevin Gates, bro. I was
just getting a little vibing. Kevin Gates.
I was like, damn, is he talking about me in this song? And then the third hour, bro, I go outside. I finally get a pair of balls. I go outside. I go smoke some shit. I smoke half. This is like a 1.5 gram pre-roll.
Yeah.
I smoked half of it. And I remember like in the outside by these trees. I turn. You know how some games are like this. So imagine the trees are like this. When I smoked half of that, I turn around. I remember the trees were like bent like this.
The fuck?
Yeah, the trees were bent like this. Like my vision, it was like straight like this, and then my vision was bent, so I could see the trees that were bent like this. So I'm walking through
why the trees like
God.
this?
I'm God, bro.
What?
Not in an arrogant, egocentric way, but I'm like, damn, bro, I really am God.
Yeah.
It's.
But describe that though. Like what do you mean? Like,
I remember when I'm puffing on this joint, I'm just thinking and shit. I'm thinking damn, we're all really just entities. We're all just like gods. It's not just me. All of us. We're all just like gods. Cause we create. If you create, what does God do? He created. Not in a anti-religious way. I'm very spiritual, but I'm like, damn, we're all God, bro. We're all entities. You know, we're all doing good and evil. So we're all good and bad, regardless of how you look at it. We all do good and bad things. There's nobody that does something good for their whole life.
That's true. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect, and that's a beautiful thing, bro. Because you learn to respect both sides. And, you know, sometimes there isn't necessarily evil, and sometimes there is. You got to be necessarily good. And it's crazy because I remember just thinking about all that shit, and I come by and I'm looking by this tree, bro, and I'm so fucking high, bro. I've never been that lit in my life, and some of y'all may not even understand what being high like that I was pretty young too.
Wait, are you talking about high as in weed high or high as in acid high?
High as in weed high and acid high mixed together.
Oh shit.
I remember I'm like, damn, this is the shit what wizards are on. I remember I said that. I'm like, this is the shit that wizards are on, because I was looking at the night sky. This is like 2 a.m. I'm looking at the night sky, bro. And there's so many colors everywhere, and I'm seeing these shapes form in the sky, bro. And face. I remember I was like, there's this one only thing I can explain to describe it is there's the Adventure Time. There's a show called Adventure Time, and I remember there's one of these episodes there's this prison dude, and he's you don't see him physically, but you see him he's on the wall and shit.
Oh yeah, with
you know,
hair.
Yeah. He has
shout out Adventure Time.
Adventure Time's lit, but he had I think an Indian accent. Yeah. So he was on the wall. So I remember seeing something like that, but in the sky, but it was pink.
And it was just looking at you?
It wasn't even. It was a bunch of them. They're minding their own business, in a different realm, bruh. It's crazy. And I'm walking by, I'm never seen this shit in my life. Having a mystic ass experience in my life. I'm like, what the fuck? Looking at everything, and I'm as I'm walking towards my house.
Yeah.
I remember there's these street lights, and as I'm approaching my house, I remember the light gets dimmer. Each step I take, dimmer, dimmer as I step, dimmer, 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 until I get to my house. It's dimming. But every single step I take, it's like almost like clockwise. It's dimming itself. Like if it was a clock, like
Yeah.
as I'm stepping and shit. It's so, like you would never notice that sober. But when you on these substances, you notice everything. And it kind of freaked me out. I remember going back to my room, and I just drop on the floor, and boom, ego dead.
Ego dead.
Ego dead. And I saw my whole life flash before my eyes and shit. And I remember I saw this door.
Wait, hold up. So describe ego death for the people who might not know.
So ego dissolution is you lose perception of yourself. You lose consciousness, kind of like you almost die, but you're not really dying. You just in your mind you die. I remember this is crazy, bro, because people that have near-death experiences, they'll say the same thing, that they see a light, like a tunnel of light. And I remember I saw this giant rectangle door open up in front of me, and it's like a movie screen slides in the back like this, but it's like a dark door, opens up, and there's a light in it. And I didn't hear nothing, but I'm looking at this, seeing it, and I'm like, am I dead?
Damn.
And then it closes, and I come back, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And I'm like,
damn.
You know, like I done seen all this shit. I'm like, damn. That's crazy. And then I remember, like, I closed my eyes, bro. No, I didn't even. I remember I saw this. Shout out to all records. This is my logo. I saw the Buddha, bro. I saw this fool, and I drew him. I remember the morning after I drew him because it inflicted me so much. But I remember, like, cause I was like meditating and shit. So I started meditating. I got in the position where you meditate, and right in front of me, like a hologram, bro. I saw the Buddha, bro, and he was in front of me, sitting down, like in front of me, like this, mirroring me.
Yeah.
Like, this is me, this is Buddha, sitting in front of me, hologram mirroring me. And I'm like looking at him, and then boom, I transport to like, I feel like I went to a different dimension. This is LSD. This is why it's an amazing compound. It shouldn't be legal. But I remember like, you know, it sounds crazy, like it's hard to believe, but this is really what I saw. You don't have to believe me. I'm not gonna ask you to believe me because it sounds crazy to me sometimes when I explain it. But
I get what you mean.
yeah, no, I remember I was just like sitting there, and I saw these Minecraft gods, bro.
What?
Yeah, I saw these Minecraft gods, bro, and I felt like I went to their dimension, bro, and they were looking at me. I've never felt so scared and humbled in my life. I'm looking up to them like, and they were looking at me like, what the fuck? How did you get here?
Like, what you doing over here, bro?
Like, you're not supposed to be here. What? And I'm like looking at shit. I'm so confused and shit. And it's just amazing. It's just so amazing. And I come back, and that's really all I remember.
Wait, so they didn't say nothing to you? No,
they said nothing. They just looked at me like, I'm like, on my knees too. I got on my knees. And I'm like, weird.
Damn, bro. All right, so now, what about your first time dropping shrooms though?
That one wasn't as crazy as LSD. I remember, cause I was listening to like some ancestor music, bro. I was listening like some like let me see if I can play it. Cause I have a playlist saved on my phone.
For when you trip out?
Yeah, on shrooms. I had meditations music, right? Yeah, it's called. I was listening to that my whole shroom, and basically I'm not gonna play too much because I don't want them to copyright us, but it's a beautiful cognizance shamanic meditation music full HD visuals.
Yeah.
And then some dude said, "This saved me from a terrifying acid trip." That's how.
All right, so one thing that I've noticed about this type of music, bro, that's kind of weird is it always takes people into like a different state of mind.
Yeah, so this is the thing. This is why shamans are really cool, and you should respect them if you ever encounter one or ever have a chance to be with one. They're amazing people, and they're healers of the mind, body, and physical, and probably the reality of everything. And I feel like really there should be a lot more in the U.S., but there's so many in South America and Mexico. Yeah. But they will sing these tunes. They're called arboas. I can't say it. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but they're called arboas, and they sing these hymns, and they're different melodies of like what you just heard basically on that, and they take you out of body.
Damn.
Yeah, they take you out of body, and it's a beautiful thing. I've never personally worked with a shaman. I want to though. Oh God, excuse me. I want to so much so because I feel like that'd be a beneficial experience for me, and it would be so amazing for me to have.
2022 Mexico trip.
2020 Mexico trip. Or wait, no, Colombia. No. Peru. They have one. They have a ayahuasca resort that I would love to go to. Shout out Dakota from Earth because he put me on that.
For sure. 2022 Colombia trip we out. Or Peru. Sorry, Peru trip we out.
No, Peru trip we out. We out for sure. But it was crazy. I remember my first shrimp trip. I felt like Mother Earth reached out to me and she was saying like I need your help. Cause think about it like this: we pollute it, we destroy it, we throw our trash everywhere, and we definitely don't respect nature. It was just like it was calling out to me. Like I don't know, like if I was the chosen one, not like that. I'm sure it's done before to everybody else. But the shows made me realize like, damn. And this is why I don't litter. I'll pick up trash if I see it. I really do that. Like I don't litter nothing.
Yeah, pick up trash, man.
Yeah, no, it made me realize like, damn, Mother Earth needs help because all she does is provide for us, and all we do is destroy and neglect it, and not even respect it or even think about it. We're not very conscious about our environment that we live in. We have a very blessed world. We have beautiful nature, trees, water, air that we can breathe that come from trees that we cut down all the time.
Exactly.
That we need to use to breathe, to have oxygen, and also like. I feel like it's fucked up,
man. Especially out here in the Bay Area, you know
it's
how
so
bad it is, bro. You walk outside, open the door, it smells like smog, bro.
It smells like trash.
Straight smog, bro.
Milpitas smells like trash. They burn trash in Milpitas. It's disgusting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, bro, all this shit's fucking up the ozone, man.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing. It really is.
It really is.
But what was your first shrimp trip like?
Man, hey, bro, first and foremost, before I get into that, shout out to you, dog. My nigga right here put me on the shrooms.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You know, so, first time I went on a nice little walk, 3-mile walk. It was in like on this nice trail, and there was like water and everything, whoop-de-whoop, like tons of bushes and stuff. And all I remember is I was walking on this path, bro, and I just see the path. From a straight path, it went to swerving like this. And then I'm looking up at the sky, and the sky is like vibrating.
Oh yeah.
I just see vibrations. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know. Like I didn't really watch too many videos about other people's shroom trips, and me personally, I know a lot of people that done shrooms, but I never really asked them about their first time. So it's I've never really heard of that, and I just seen. It was just crazy, bro. It was like the trees were breathing. Everything was breathing.
I'm gonna check your phone, but keep talking.
Trees were trying to communicate with me, basically. And it was just like a whole different experience. You still recording?
Yeah, we still recording. Yeah, so I was just checking to see if we're still recording. But yeah.
Nah, my first acid trip actually a little more of an interesting one because I dropped there and I went to the city.
Was this in Australia or?
Yeah, this was in Australia actually. Shout out Australia.
What city was that?
This was in Brisbane, bro. Shout out Brisbane, Australia. I fucks with you tough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was out there for like a cool 3 years. Second year I was out there, my homie started getting into psychs. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll drop it with you. You know, he was feeling kind of anxious about it. So I was like, all right, cool. And we ended up dropping it, heading out to the city. But the bad thing was, my homie, he ended up having like a little panic attack.
Oh, man. So were you on that?
Yeah, well, I was there. I was chilling on the train, bro. So we basically dropped the tab at his spot, smoke a little bit, you know, get into the right mindset, and then we dip out to the city on the train. And I'm just enjoying the train ride, waiting for the come up. And basically, this dude just starts going nuts. He's like, "Oh, bro, like I think the cops are here."
What the
cops are on the train?
Oh, he had paranoia.
He had paranoia, bro. And he was starting to have a panic attack. And me, like, that was my first time on that shit. So I was just like, "Yo, like, what do I do? Like, how am I supposed to help this dude? I barely trying to."
You keep your composure in this motherfucker.
He's bugging out, bro. Like,
he's
in front of all
tweaking,
these people, yeah. So I'm like, man, like, you need to chill out, but. It ended up cool because we got off at the next stop. We didn't even make it to the city.
Yeah, that's like a happy if you're on acid, you take the bus.
Yeah, bro, that's why I was like, hey, don't ever drive on any type of psychedelics.
Never, ever. Yeah, that's so dangerous. You're not. You think you may be in control, bro.
You're not, bro. It's a whole type of Jesus take the wheel situation. You gonna be.
Yeah, it's like my boy. For example, this is my boy Marcos. he should be a NASCAR driver the way he drives, bro. But he did it before, and I was in the car with him. He almost hit a car, but he swerved. Like we're like, everybody was just like looking at him like,
bro,
hella quiet.
Yeah.
And he was on microdose, but no, not like maybe a little bit of a stronger than a like half tap, but yeah, that's a good example. Don't drive on psychedelics.
Don't drive on psychedelics.
And he's a good driver too. Do not drive on psychedelics.
We ended up getting off at that stop.
Yeah.
I just had to get this dude hydrated, bro, because on acid.
Oh, yeah, you get so dehydrated. You need even on shrooms. I mean, maybe not as much shrooms.
Nah, I'd say more acid because you start sweating a lot.
You start sweating, yeah.
And another thing, if you can't really chug down water like that when you're on acid, eat grapes, bro. Grapes keep you hydrated. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what water. Cucumbers too.
Cucumbers, yeah, right here. Free game right here, bro. Free game. You're not gonna get it anywhere else. But yeah, so we hopped off. I was trying to get my boy some water. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get him some water, bro. We ended up getting back on the train back that way. It was just like it was low key traumatizing. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it was cool. It was a good trip.
Yeah.
What would you say is your more like your more memorable trip? Let's say your most memorable.
Cause that varies. Cause I say probably the most loving one was Molly. The most self-realizing and intense one was probably DMT. And I'll get into all those too and describe it there. Like but maybe the most memorable was my first LSD. Cause like I really like went to a different world, bro. Or I could say this, no homo. I have to say no homo when I say this. I think I told you. I took a strain called Penis Envy.
Oh yeah.
See, I didn't know when my boy gave it to me. I didn't know that is like really strong. So I took a whole 8, and no,
my boy right here, Mr. Big Balls right here.
I usually only take 8s. I mean, when I was really on that shit, like I used to only take 8s. I don't give a fuck. I'd take 8s. I took a whole 8. He's like, he didn't even tell me. He didn't give me no warning. I took a whole 8.
That was your first time though, right?
No, shrooms.
Oh,
it was like maybe 6 times. 6 trips.
Okay.
I took a whole 8 of shrooms, and I remember, yeah, it was like, so Penis Envy, the way it translates is psilocybin, which is the chemical compound that you ingest. So basically, when a normal like low dosage is like 8, or it's like 2 grams, 2.5 to 3.5. I took a whole 8 of that. So in psilocybin amount grams, I probably took like 7.5.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because they're stronger and they're bigger.
Yeah.
They're bigger and they contain a lot more psilocybin. So when I took that, I didn't know that, and I didn't realize that. So I took that. I started feeling it like intense, and this was like a 6-hour DMT trip. Yeah.
Like geometrical pattern.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get into it. Because it was kind of intense and crazy, and it made me realize a lot of things. And I like social media, but let me explain it. So I remember I found on this, I took off all of my clothes. Like I felt like I had to take all of my like caveman shit. I was like fucking tweaking, bro. Not like in like LSD tweaking, like I took too much, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like shaking. I was seeing like fucking memories like that happened in the past, like I didn't want to let myself. I was too afraid to go to the bathroom, and it's right next to my room, right next to my fucking room.
So you didn't want to leave the room?
I didn't want to leave my room. I was scared.
Yeah.
And I remember like I was gonna leave my room, and it felt like I was gonna kill somebody. And this is an example why you don't take too much if you're not in the right headspace. It felt like I was gonna go out there and kill, like I wanted to kill somebody. And it took me you're literally like, that's crazy. It took me everything in my body to throw myself in my bed, because I knew I didn't want to do that. I'm not even a vicious, violent person, but I can't be fucking.
You was about to let the beast loose.
Yeah,
man.
I was about to let some demons out, bro. Like I never had before. But I threw myself back on my bed and shit. And I'm like, I wrapped myself in a burrito on my blanket, and I just lock myself. And I had to go pee too. You know, you have to pee on the psychedelics. You get like a little notification.
It's
You're
like,
like,
yo, get the fuck up.
I gotta pee, bro.
Like,
I did not want to go outside, so I pissed in the bottle bread, and it was like brown.
Huh?
My piss is burnt. It's because basically, so look, when you eat a lot of, like, basically you eat a bunch of shrooms and you pee, that's DMT when you're peeing out. Like, so what shamans do, like, in Europe, bro, they'll eat, like, the Amanita muscaria. Or I think it's the ones that the rangers eat. But they'll eat that, and then they'll literally piss in people's mouth, and they trip.
And they trip off the piss?
Yeah, the people will drink the shaman's piss, bro, and they trip. Hey. So basically, that's what happened. That's why it was that color, because it was literally that. I pissed in a bottle because I didn't want to go outside. And it was. This is so embarrassing too. This is so embarrassing, but I'm not afraid to tell you because this is information that can help you and save you in the future, bro.
Hell yeah.
And I just did that, and I was like shaking and shit, and I'm like. I wrapped myself in a burrito, and I remember it started showing me like previous events and like things that happened in my life before. Like it took me back to like conversations I was having with people that I felt like could have went better. It was showing me, it was like editing my memory, bro. It was like showing me like if I had said this, it would have went a different way, and maybe it would have been better. So it was showing me if the next time that something like it was showing me like the next time that may happen, I won't say something bad, or I'll say something better, or be more cautious and aware.
It was showing you every other outcome, basically.
Basically, and it was crazy. It's insane that these substances can make you do that, but it was making me do that, and then it was making me realize social media is the devil, bruh. And I still use it right now, but for like literally 3 months after that trip, I did not use any social media. I was off. I went ghost, and I did not want to have. I was like. I want nothing to do with it. I felt happy, bro, and honestly, I felt better. But I mean, I'm an artist. I make music, so eventually I have to go back and like drop shit because you can't just disappear from the
No, you can't just go ghost, bro, because then nobody can fuck with your shit.
And I remember like coming down from that, I was like, I'll never take shrooms again in my life. I'll never please, just this is too much. I don't want to do no more. I'll never do shrooms again in my life. I'll never play around with these, bro. I was like crying and shit. I was like, I'll never do this much. I'm sorry. I'll never do shrooms again. Yeah. And then I was like thinking about all that shit, and I eventually came off like at 4 in the morning. I'm like,
what the fuck? Let me do that again.
The next day, no, like maybe 2 days later, I got another ache and did it. But the thing about me is I can handle my shit. Yeah. I just wasn't prepared. It caught me so off guard at a bad moment. And the second time I did, I was like, all right, I know what I'm getting myself into. I know what's gonna happen.
That's all you need.
I did an eighth again. I did the whole eighth. No fucks given. I kind of the same shit. I didn't pee in the bottle again though. But when that first time you pissed in the bottle though, since you said it was DMT, did you drink it? No, I do that shit out, bro. Come on, come on. No, I ain't gonna drink my own piss, bro. That's disgusting. And no hate if you do that, but that's kind of nasty, bro. That's gross.
That's disgusting.
No, I would never. I threw that shit out the window. I was so ashamed of myself. But
that's nasty as fuck.
Yeah. I was more prepared the second time I did it, like 3 days later.
Hey, but if any ladies out there trying to drink my piss to trip, hit me up.
hey, he got it on the sale too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, link in the description. Follow me on the gram.
Oh shit, yeah. What's your Instagram too? I guess follow me at Don Draco, DONDRK0, because Don Draco was taken, I guess, but Don Draco with a 0, DONDRAK0. I'm out there. Holla at me, ladies. Yeah. I got a girlfriend though, but still holla at me. We can make some business happen.
Make some business. Exactly. You want to get in contact. Shoot some music videos.
Yeah.
Some music, you know what I'm saying? Holla at my
features. I'm working on a project. I need some female artists on there. No cap.
Exactly. You need some vocals. You need some vocals. I know you ladies can sing. So.
Oh, absolutely. They hit the high notes. But basically, let's get back to that film.
Yeah.
I learned so much from those trips, bro, and I realized a lot of things. Like I texted a bunch of my people, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry if I ever act like this. I love you, bro." And I texted Anthony. I'm like, "Bro, I'm so sorry. I love you, bro." And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You good?" I'm like,
bro, you didn't even do nothing.
He's like, "Why are you apologizing?" I'm like, bro, I had an intense shroom trip, and you can ask about this. He'll probably tell you too. He's like, "Oh yeah." I texted him like, "I'm so sorry, bro. Like, I care about you, bro. Like, you're my boy and shit, you know." And he's like, "I didn't even thought anything about that. Like, not really, like that." And I don't even remember what I said, but I remember I said something like, "Nah, fuck you, bro." Like something like that. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I don't mean like that. I'm just playing. But I remember that was crazy. And those 2 trips, like, I never did it again because I felt like I learned enough. I'm like, yeah. Penis envies are not to be played with. Like, don't take those. Like, Maybe you take a gram, you'll have a good trip, but not 3.5 if you're not
First timers just drop a gram. Just
yeah,
to be safe, I say.
Like even a gram will be like 3 grams.
Decent trip for sure. Yeah.
So you gotta be careful on that shit.
Also another thing, know your dosage too, bro. Like, don't just think you're a fucking macho man and drop a whole eight just because your homies are dropping eights. You know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling in the right mindset, it's best not to stay away from it. Exactly.
Trust your gut.
Exactly.
Trust your gut, like a motherfucker.
Trust your gut, because in the long run, you gotta remember you're gonna be stuck like that for 6 hours. 6 to 8 hours.
Even though it goes faster than you think, because time don't.
Yeah.
But it goes faster than you think, but 6 hours sometimes.
Exactly, bro. So you wanna be in a cool space for 6 hours. For
yeah, and like for example, I've taken like in biome before, or I wasn't aware that it was N-bomb and acid, and I've dropped it before, and like the first 3 hours are fine.
That's the synthetic stuff, right?
Yeah, it's not good. Don't take that shit. Stay away from test your shit. Get a test kit.
Yeah,
it is so important that you test your shit.
For real.
This is terrible. This wasn't even that long ago too, but and he tested it too. The thing he was posting it, he was like, yeah, it's good quality. I took it, and 3 hours were amazing. I had a good trip. And after the third hour, like I'm peeing hella and shit. That's the sign too. It's like you pee like every fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
the ammo?
Yeah. It's your body trying to get it out.
Oh.
So it make you pee hella. And drink hella water.
Yeah, test your shit, trust your plug. Nah, actually,
I mean, if your plug testing it and he got proof, it's good. It's not really a big deal, but in this case, it wasn't like, I guess he had a test kit, but it wasn't, maybe his test kit wasn't reading right or something like that. But I remember on the third hour, I couldn't like really breathe. Like I was like on acid.
Oh,
it felt like acid, yeah. But I couldn't, I was like, I was coughing up hella shit. Because like, I used to, I'm not right now, but I was smoking hella during that time. And it felt like I couldn't breathe right. Like I had to breathe out of my nose and like my chest was tight. And
damn, bro.
it felt like I was having a seizure, like wait.
Did you go to the hospital?
No. I woke my dad up and I'm like, I need to water. Because I drank sink water.
Oh, I think you were telling me about that.
Yeah, I think I did. But I started, because I ran out of water, because I drank all my water. And I started drinking sink water. And I don't really drink sink water, even though it's water. But in my head, I kind of looped it. I was like,
nah, this is bad water.
This is bad water, I'm getting sick.
Put that sleep. That's another thing, but don't get in your own head.
Yeah, and I got in my own head. And I'm experienced too. I'm an experienced psychonaut. And I got in my own head and I started fucking with myself. And I remember, like, it felt like I was foaming out of my mouth, bro.
Were you?
No. But it felt like I was in that bathroom, like,
oh, damn.
yeah, just trying to cough all that shit out. Yeah, that's a very accurate sound. It was not pleasant. And I had to wake my dad up, and he was like, he was cool. I love my dad, and he was pretty pissed off. I ain't gonna lie. It's like 3 in the morning.
Shout out to East Dad.
Yeah, shout out my father. Love you, Dad. But it was really not a good experience. And I was like, my boys taking it too, and they're like, it's good, it's good quality. And then another example, we went to San Francisco with some homebros, and I took a microdose, and my boy took a half tab, and everybody took some shit. And I'm on that microdose, and I start feeling it again too, bro. I'm like having issues breathing, I'm like
the same cup.
Off a microdose.
Yeah.
From the same batch too.
So did you tell him about it though?
Yeah, and my boy's like, he's like, yeah, I was feeling like that earlier, but it goes away. He's like, bro, just my boy Barcos, he was looking at me. He's like, bro, don't die on me, bro, like, cause he's tripping too. And he's like, just eat those, bro. He's telling me just, he's like, by the way, just eat those, bro. You're good. You're gonna be alright. He's telling me, like, he's reassuring me, I'm gonna be good. And I was like
still struggling
to get air in me, bro. And so to that day, I don't really want to fuck with LSD, like unless like I test it and it's not from that batch or even the same person, cause I don't know and I don't want to test it. Like
it's better to stay away from it.
It's better to stay away, refrain from it. It's better to have tolerance and sober. You know?
Another thing too, don't drop any type of psychedelics too frequently.
No, especially Molly. When I took
Molly,
you took Molly, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about your first time on Molly, bro.
Bro, my first time on Molly, bro, was that I went. So we dropped caps. Alright, so in Australia, I don't know if y'all do it like this out here, cause I don't really fuck with Molly like that since I came out. But They do it in caps, right? So it's basically the
they do
MD
caps.
rock.
Yeah.
The rock. So you just fucking put like the thing in the cap. Whoop de whoop. I had 2 caps, bro. That shit was like champagne colored, like beige. I had 2 caps. Yeah, that shit. It had my jaw locking for like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I was just biting out my lip, and I had to get some type of gum. Oh, you better get the snap.
Yeah, we'll get it for our Instagram.
Yeah, I had to get some type of gum, bro. Cause my jaw was just going crazy, bro. It was just going crazy.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, I had to.
Nah.
So basically, my jaw was going crazy, and I was just like, you know, when you're on M, like you start sweating like crazy,
Bro.
When they say pop the Molly, I'm sweating.
They not kidding.
They really
They
mean
not
that
playing
shit.
though.
You pop that shit, you sweat like a motherfucker. You sweat, man. You need to stay hydrated off that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we hit the party up, bro. I was just dancing. You know how it is off the M. You know, you feel the music. The music feel like it's like in your ear. It was just a fun time.
One of my boys told me like he went like I think last week he went to a rave and his homies were rolling and he said, "Man, bitches would just come up to you and dance."
Out of nowhere, bro.
And I'm like, "That's lit! That's lit!"
Exactly.
I haven't been to a rave or a festival like that, but I've always wanted to go. Right now, because COVID kind of fucked shit up.
Fuck COVID.
Fuck COVID. Fuck bitch ass shit on my mama. But yeah, now when I first did Molly, bro, it was so beautiful. It was so amazing. But it was also bad in the end. Not in the end, but the day after.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah,
day
it's
after,
always a little bad on the day after, but
it's like a low key, like a little hangover. But it's like you don't have as much energy and your head's not thumping like a hangover. You know when you get a hangover.
you feel like a little bit depressed.
Yeah, just out of it.
I felt depressed because what it does is it overuses your serotonin. Like it uses all of it, so your serotonin deprived, which is the happy chemical in your brain.
Exactly. That's why it's not good to. Oh, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
But that's why it's not really that good to take it. It's recommended every couple months.
Every like 3 months.
3 months. Every 3 months because your brain needs time to rebuild that serotonin. Exactly. But yeah, continue what you were saying.
Basically, so I'm gonna explain it and then I'm gonna get to that. But basically, my first trip on M Girl was really cool. It was really amazing. Like I felt like the air air around me, like in my room, was loving me, bro.
Yeah,
I felt like my girlfriend. She knitted me a blanket. And I was laying. I'm like, I was on the phone with her. I'm like, baby girl, I feel your love that you put on this. Like, I feel it. Like I feel it.
Yeah.
Like it's radiating onto me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I dropped on the floor, like fall. I'm like, it feels so good to do that.
I love falling on the ground.
I love falling on the ground. Right? I felt like love for everything, and I was okay at the spot that I am. Anyway. But nah, it was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. Like I feel like people should really experience that. Like out of any psychedelic, you should experience Molly. It's beautiful. Like I felt like I loved myself. It was really healing in a way during those 6 hours. I had my VR headset on too, so I was on that. I was like listening to Alan Watts on my VR.
Oh man, on the VR headset.
Shout out Alan Watts, rest in peace too, because he's dead. But if you're into philosophy, Alan Watts is he'll open your mind for you, bro. Like a psychedelic, and that's the beautiful thing about that too. But no, I was like listening to things, and I was okay at life. I was like, I love life. Life is good right now. Even if I'm not doing good right now, it's gonna be okay in the end. I already know it is.
It gave you that sense of like assurance, huh? Like
reassurance that everything is gonna be all right, and that no amount of doubt that you have in this current moment when you're sober, it does not compare to when you're on M Girl and it's telling you like, don't trip. It's gonna be good. In the end, it's all gonna be good. It's gonna be the way you want it. I promise.
And another thing too, we're not glorifying drugs.
No,
anyway.
not. We really don't condone the use of it.
No, sir.
Because it's not for everybody. There's a lot of people that are against it and have stigma. It creates stigma, which is understandable and okay. You need to practice safe use and not kill yourself.
You can't just drop half a fucking sheet of acid.
No.
And expect
Ever.
cool.
You will. I mean, you'd probably be okay, but I mean, you would not lose your mind. You would go too deep. There's even 10
tabs, bro.
I've taken like 2 once. That was amazing. That's crazy. I remember. I don't know, like. Oh, and let me get back to. Okay, this is the last time I'm gonna talk about that one shroom penis every trip no homo. But I saw my future, bro. Like I saw the future 20 years from now, bro. Dead ass everything.
Alright, so what's gonna happen?
I was riding on a motherfucking Harley, and this I don't know if it's true, but it showed me this vision, bro. I was riding on my motherfucking Harley towards the Capitol building, like we was about to raid the bitch.
Oh.
Yeah. So if I'm right about that, 20 years from now, bro,
Part 2.
I may get assassinated by the government. It's all good.
If you see somebody riding in a Harley towards the Capitol building, bro,
and I had an American flag on the back of it too.
He caught it.
I did.
He caught it.
I predict the future, bro. I don't know if that's true. That's
Hey,
probably.
but we got it on camera now, though, so.
Fans gonna know, but they don't know. Fuck
They
them.
don't know. Fuck.
But regardless too, yeah, on Molly it's beautiful, bro. I feel like it made me love myself more. But in the end, like the morning I woke up, I was not.
In the right mindset.
I was not happy.
Sure.
I felt like, man, I was on the phone with my girl. I'm like, I don't feel like I can ever, like, I just want to experience that again. Like, I don't think I'll ever feel like how I felt on that. And she's like, you're so sad. She's like, it's okay though. Cause she done it too. But she's telling me, she's like, it's okay. Like, don't you realize you can feel like that in normal life too? Cause you can really feel like that.
Not
If
everything.
you really in tune with yourself and you really balanced, you can feel like a psychedelic trip all the time. And sober, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I want to feel like that all the time. Like just radiant love, bro. But I remember waking up that morning after I was like, damn, I'm never gonna feel like that again.
It's low-key kind of depressing though.
It was depressing. I was like, damn, I'll never feel like how I felt like that again in my life. It's beautiful, but it was so worth it too. I ain't gonna lie. If you could, and this is why it's it can be addictive because people want to experience that again and take it again, and that's so bad, so bad.
Once you become dependent on something,
It's always bad.
it's always bad.
Weed, alcohol.
People too, bro. Listen, bro. I'm gonna put y'all on some free game too. Don't ever let somebody put you in a position that you're like so dependent on them where they could take something away from you and they could cripple you for sure. Because that always fucks up in the long run. Somebody will always have something to hold over your head. You know what I'm saying?
We about to fuck around with hard stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
oh. Just some quick games.
Shout out 710 Labs.
Shout out 710.
Shout out 710 Labs.
About to bust into these cookies real quick. Hey, how you open this shit though?
You talking about Naruto?
Yeah.
Did it.
Put a little dab in it.
Yeah, I'm dab it. They say you can't smoke it, but my homie was smoking it.
Oh, just like that?
Yeah, I put it on a joint for him. I wasn't smoking, but we made that cut. I don't smoke. I'm gonna just give you a little bit. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Because I want to be sober. They don't say, oh, you're not really sober then.
Oh, you just not smoking.
Fuck those things. Here. This shit black, but it tastes like you just ate a nut. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna tell you you ate a nut. That tastes hella nasty, huh?
I like we like it.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, bro. Wow. Shout out my boy E's grandma.
Man, I love you. I miss you too. I wish I could be there for all days, but I can't.
She gave us the holiday spirit. You know what I'm saying? We straight. Damn, we're an hour into the podcast, huh?
We literally almost an hour in. We got 58 minutes right now.
Yes, sir.
Which is wild because it's pretty fun. I mean, you just talk about shit. Like, if you want to do a podcast, bro?
Hop on it, ASAP. That's what we did, bro. We were just talking about, like, if everybody wants to listen to Joe Rogan and who else is a really good podcaster? That's the first one that comes to my mind.
That's the only one I really even know.
Yeah,
but
Joe Rogan, bro.
that?
No Jumper. Like, see them, they just talk like shit. They just talk shit.
Pimp Sharpie, bro.
Hey, shout out Sharp, bro. If you watching this,
Sharpie, you gonna train the youth. I swear to God, bro. You need to keep doing that shit because you training the youth, and that's how guys need to grow up and think, bro.
You need to open your own school, bro. You need to open your own pimp
I would go to your school, bro.
Pimp college.
I want to know what you want to teach us, bro, because you dropping gems after gems on that podcast, bro, and I swear to God, I study it and observe it, and I'll give you respect because that's what a man does. I'll respect you when you know some shit for show, for fucking show.
Shout out to Sharp.
Shout out Sharpie, bro, legend, man.
Pimp Sharp. Professor Pimp. Hey, bro, I'm gonna get
and not those OnlyFans pimps, bro. Those tennis shoebox pimps, they not real, bro. I swear to God.
Nah, he was on the blade with it. For real. He's not fucking around. He was on that shit in like 2008, bro. I didn't even know what a pimp was back then.
I mean, I was like 6 years old. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about females, but this thing about women, respect to women because women are cool too, and women are really hardworking people, and they deal with a lot more shit than guys do. I feel like.
See, you gotta know about.
But there is a game with them.
That's the thing, bro. You gotta know which women to save and which women to just let fuck around.
Yeah.
You know, because no matter what nobody tells you, bro, I don't care what no female. I know I'm about to offend some people right now.
But look, we're being open-minded here. We're not opinionated, but
exactly.
There are women like that.
There are women like that. There's some females.
And no hate to them, because they can do whatever they want. It's their body, their life, their world, you know?
Do what you want to do, but it's just like, there are females that are gonna settle down and hold you down and shit like that.
Be solid as fuck.
Be solid as fuck. And there are females that are just gonna stick around for a little bit and they just want some fun, you know what I'm saying? That's cool too. I ain't tripping off that, but you gotta know which ones to separate, how to separate them.
Because there's two different types.
There's 2 different types.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they're both fun.
They both fun, but you only got one of them in the long run, you feel me?
Yeah. One that you have children with, you build a family with, you build a business with too.
Exactly, bro.
Facts.
That's what, hey, honestly, that's a goal of mine, to be honest, to get, like, me and my girl, like, we come up, I don't got a girl, but, like, me and my girl, if I ever get one, me and her come up, you feel me, like, together, start our own shit.
Nah, I feel race.
That's one of my goals.
I'm gonna go peek the camera. Cause we an hour in, bruh.
Yeah, I hope it didn't stop fucking recording.
If it did, that'd be fucking, nah, we an hour in. That's fucking lit. Yeah, we on it. We literally shooting this on the pool table too. That's crazy.
Hey, but that's baller though. I like this.
No, it looks cool though. I was like, I wanted to put the cover on, but I was like, thinking too, like it looks cool with the red theme in it too. Because we're on the pool table, literally. But yeah,
the little red velvet and shit. I like it.
How you feel about the world now, bro? How you feel about everything since COVID happened? You think it's okay, bro?
Nah, dude. I really don't.
I don't think it's okay, bro.
Honestly, bro, this COVID shit has stopped so many of my plans, bro.
Yeah, bro, I want to go to like different countries, but now they making me want to have like fucking shots. Fuck all that bullshit.
Hey, let me tell you. Alright, bro. Yeah, this whole COVID, Omicron, whatever the fuck, Megatron, whatever the fuck they call it, this is all bullshit, excuse me. But, yeah, this is all, I don't know, at first, when COVID first came out, I thought it was another, like, something that was just a joke. And then I saw that people were starting to die from it. That's when I was like, okay, this is nothing to fuck around with, right? But now, like, you see the CDC, bro, just trying to keep people inside for no reason. And it's like, okay, the Omicron, they want everybody to get vaccinated. And they got the symptoms for the Omicron, and it's all the same as just your normal fucking winter flu. So it's like, if you're feeling flu symptoms, they want you to go get the COVID shot. So it's like, why are you trying to?
And it's winter time too, bro. People always be sick, always have, and it's always been a thing.
Did you see the thing that the government put out, bro? The official White House website.
What did they put out?
They said something along the lines of like, oh yeah, whoever has been vaccinated, you will be fine. We're gonna get through this. But whoever hasn't gotten vaccinated, you guys are gonna get sick and be in the hospital, and there's gonna be death and all that crazy. And that's on the official White House government website, bro. Like, no bull.
Not if you got ivermectin. The horsey wormer drug, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm straight though. I'm gonna let them know I'm straight.
Hey, E.
Yeah.
Hey, you think you can pour me up a little bit more, bro?
Yeah, you want some more? I'm washing my hands because I got like boogers on my hands.
You said what?
I got boogers on my hands, but yeah, I got you.
Oh yeah, bro.
You want some ice in it?
Yes, sir. On the rocks like James Bond, man.
Yeah, my fault, y'all. I just had to get some of that good.
No.
You cool with it like this?
Yeah, bro. Shout out, Old Carl.
Shout out, Old Crow, bro. Come and shot?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm gonna go on cool stuff. What's up, man?
It's good, a little disinfectant.
Mate, come But yeah, nah, it's interesting everything that's going on, bro. Especially with government and politics, and I've never been into it and never will. I'm more like a libertarian. I don't really put myself in government parties. I think that's like closed-minded shit. You know, I'm a very open-minded person. I'm open to both sides. If you have a good point of view, I want to learn about it and I want to accept it and want to make sure it's good. Like, nobody deserves to be discriminated.
Yeah.
No race or ethnicity. Everybody's good and has good intentions in their heart to begin with. They get put in bad situations that make them do bad things. Like my boy, I'm gonna get him. His name Bobby, bro. He's from Hayward. He grew up with like a fucked up family, and he's like if you live in the Bay Area, you know that living here is very expensive and it's very hard to live here. Like it's
especially
really hard to live here. Yeah, especially now. But he's telling me, he's like, bro, like they pay you like $15 minimum wage there. They want you to sell drugs.
Yeah.
They want you to sell crack.
Hey man, I used to live in Hayward when I first came back. I used to work at, shout out Newpark Mall. Actually, nah, fuck Newpark Mall. I hate that mall. But I used to get paid fucking $12 an hour, bro. $12 an hour, bro.
What year was that?
2020.
What?
2020, bro.
$12 an hour?
$12 an hour, bro, to work at retail in the mall.
And rent's like
And
$3,000.
rent, bro, it was like, yeah, $3K, 12, yeah, $3K.
Yeah. See from an economic point of view,
It makes no sense.
it does not make sense. People
Bro.
cannot survive off that. That's like barely enough to get groceries.
A house in the Bay Area, bro. You can go search this up right now, bro. No, anybody watching this? Millions, bro. How most people don't even touch $1 million in their lifetime, bro.
That's sad too.
Like, how you gonna afford to buy a house? Like, I don't wanna fucking live out here renting a house, renting an apartment all year, like my whole life. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
It's like, I don't know, man. That's why everybody in the Bay Area tell you, like, we get it out of whatever, bro. Any type of hustle, like, for real. That's why you got hella people starting their own businesses, clothing stores, fucking, everybody's trying to resell sneakers right now. Everybody's trying to get on some type of money hype, you know what I'm saying?
Some hustle, yeah.
Some type of hustle, bro.
Look at us be on the podcast.
We on the podcast, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Getting this money. Hey, cheers to that one. Cheers to that right here.
Yeah, I sips on that.
Oh, that sounded nice too.
That's watered down. That's hella watered down.
Ooh. But yeah, man, that's the Bay Area mentality for real. Just get it out the mud. Like when people say, "Oh, I get it out the mud," they don't mean it. But niggas out here, they really get it out the mud.
It's hard, bro.
Like really get it out the mud.
It's hard, yeah. It's for sure difficult. But I mean, one thing I noticed, like, cause I was like driving like at 3 in the morning. People wake up here at 4 in the morning and go to work.
Oh, hell yeah.
I live in San Antonio, Texas, where people don't get up to like 6 in the morning. It's different.
The roads are empty out there, huh?
Yeah.
That time. I don't know myself, but yeah.
I mean, like you'll see, like the highways filled with cars at 4 in the morning because people go to work.
Everybody.
It's a beautiful thing, bro. Because people hustle differently here. People work harder to live here. That you have to.
You have to.
And that puts so many people in a different mindset. Like shit, I'm about my money.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna fuck with my money. I'm not gonna make stupid decisions. That's why it's like, it's really one of the richest places in the world.
Yeah. See, it's a beautiful thing, but at the same time, it's a bad thing as well.
Yeah.
Because that leads to a lot of poverty, bro.
There's so much poverty.
A lot, like, take like HP for example, bro. One of my boy, I be going out there for me, go pick him up and shit. Like that shit, bro. They got like the hoods over there, bro. They got the ops right next to the ops, and right next to the ops, and right next to the ops. Like they want people to kill each other, like literally.
It's set up.
It's set up. It's
yeah.
systematically set up, bro. Like they don't care about people who don't bring in money, and that's just a really fucked up.
Yeah,
thing.
don't be a statistic, bro.
Don't be a statistic.
And I'm not heading against no gang shit, bro, because I'm not about that. And I don't want nothing to do with that, because I think that's just negative. And I'm not hating against that, so don't take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like you listen to a lot of these rappers, bro, and they're saying they're killing people, they fucking bitches, they murder people.
That takes a toll.
That's
mentality.
like, Kanye was talking about this. Like, that's a victim mentality, bro.
For real.
That's a victim mentality.
That
And
is.
you listen to that, you playing that, you feeling that, and then you go and start doing those activities, bro. Like buy some land.
That's what I'm saying.
America is for sale. Buy some land.
Bro, why are you putting your homies that are in position to make money? Why are you sending them to go shoot niggas and kill niggas for 10 bands when you could like open
Invest
them up a
that,
store or
and
something?
like
you know,
bro.
like
It's there's so many like lost cause things. Like these rappers, I don't want to say sell themselves out, bro, because they're good. And I know they have good intentions. They're probably good people, but they sell themselves out with their music and they fuck up a population of people. Like, I'm young. Like, I like Mozzie. I love all the rappers, bro. I listen to Kevin Gates shit. Like, you cannot be saying kill people, bro. Because young people will listen to that and program themselves, bro. What you listen to is what you program your mind to do.
And a lot of people say that, control what your kids listen to, control this, control that. But at the end of the day, bro, you gotta really think about, like, children are so easily, what's the word? Manipulated and impressionable. They're really impressionable. That's what I was trying to say.
And another thing I want to talk about is all these rappers with diamond chains, Rolex, jewelry, gold, all that. Fuck, it's materialistic. You don't take that with you when you die, bro. You don't take none of that with you. And it costs a fortune, bro, to have all that shit. And
just you throw money all the way on it.
Yeah, and then you implant those things on kids, and they feel like they're not enough because they don't have that.
See, bro, that comes back to what I was saying about how they're easily impressionable, bro, because the kids find a way to get on the internet, bro. There's no kids that are not on the internet.
Yeah.
You gotta know, like, fucking. That's why I'm not on TikTok. That's one of the reasons
I've never been on TikTok in my life.
Bro, ever since I've heard about there's like 12, 13-year-old girls shaking ass on TikTok, none of that, bro. I do not condone none of that.
That's crazy.
Bro.
That makes pedophiles, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It makes pedophiles.
And that's what, and they're okay with that shit. They, like, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And it's all because of, like, Addison Rae and, like, all these, like, TikTok girls and shit. Like,
I don't even know who they is, but I can imagine.
I just know because she kind of fine. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Addison Rae.
Because she fine, y'all.
What's up, baby? Nah, but...
I like your boy, yeah.
but see, like, what I'm saying is they put impressions on the kids. Kids want to do the same shit as them because they look up to them, you feel me?
Absolutely.
And it just messes the kids up.
It fucks it up.
Fucks up the whole next generation.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn.
Goddamn. Shit, we in at what? 111?
111 right now.
When you wanna end this?
Like 115.
115, huh? Cool. We got a lot of shit to chop up, bro.
We really do, bro. This editing process ain't no joke.
It's gonna be fun for me to work on this later today. And I'm not even feeling that. I had a barber appointment at 1. Jason, if you see this, I'm sorry, bro. I really ain't feeling good at it. You probably gonna watch it and be like, yeah, I thought you was capping. Now you're not. But no, I ain't even feeling too bad. I feel a little warm, but I don't get sick.
You feeling warm because of the alcohol, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. I think I was just kind of overeating myself.
Shout out to Old Crow, bro. This shit's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but the whiskey's alright. It's like fucking, we sipping at 12.
At 12 day drinkers.
We don't give a fuck. No fucks are given.
Given, baby.
Yeah.
Ugh. Like Blueface.
Whatever happened to Blueface?
Hey, man. What? I heard he ended up having like his own little hoe house. Like he had like 10 bitches living in one house.
Goddamn.
And they were all his bitches.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I was watching a No Jumper interview, bro.
Oh.
With one of those hoes bitches. And they talk about Trey Songz, bro, where they like trap the bitches in the hotel and just fuck the shit out of them for like a week straight and then have another bitch come. And she was talking about like there was literally a pile of used condoms, like right there.
What?
Yeah. And then he like peed on her.
Bro, Trey Songz a nasty ass dude, bro.
I mean, like, that's some horn dog shit, bro. But like, that's crazy. Like, you get locked up by a rapper, getting clapped the shit out of, like, for a couple of days straight, and then he only lets you leave until somebody else comes. That's gonna do the same shit.
They switching shifts on him, bro.
And there's no shade thrown because I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. But it's just like we need to look at this as from a perspective like these are people we listen to. These are people that we feed our mind to. People that we literally giving money to because we giving our attention, our time span to, and follow. Look up to. And like, are they good, genuine people? Do they have good, genuine interests? That's like some fucking.
See, bro.
That's like rapist shit, bro. But they not raping them because they want to fuck and shit, of course.
Because it's Trey Songz. Just because it's Trey Songz. If some other dude did that,
bro, somebody was saying Trey Kelly, bro. Trey Kelly, like R. Kelly, yeah. Nobody's cool with R. Kelly doing that shit. But that's the same shit. I bet you.
If Trey Songz did it, it's cool. Like double standards, bro.
That's not it.
See, that's That's fucked up.
That's some trick shit. Pimp Sharpie when we could.
Pimp Sharpie,
Pimp Sharpie, you need to get on Trey Songz, bro, for real.
Hey, we get Sharp on the podcast. What's up?
I would love that. I would love to have him game us up, because I don't even think he'd be aggressive like that towards us, because we're young bulls and we want to learn.
You know what I'm saying?
And we want to learn to have that mindset for real.
Hey, can we talk about one thing real quick before we end this?
Oh yeah, what's up?
Alright, what about that Blue Jasmine podcast though?
Oh, he's on that bitch.
Oh
He
man.
Shit
Man.
gets sizzled like a fucking chicken, bro.
Woo. Hey, bro, the amount of game he was putting her on, and the thing that I found funny was she wasn't soaking up any of it, bro. Like, she was just asking the same question over and over and over again. And it's just like, how is somebody that's sitting somewhere else, completely different from me, watching you through a screen, is understanding everything that this dude's saying? But you're fucking like right next to him. You can't.
I know. I want to meet this dude. Like, I want to like, not even on no fanboy shit. I just want to appreciate the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a different thing, bro, than being a fanboy. I just want to appreciate the game for what it is, and like, there's value to me for when he speaks. You know, like I take that in and I digest.
You got some shit to say. You know, like there's density behind it. It's not just somebody talking shit.
And that's the difference. A lot of people just talk the talk, and some people actually have shit to talk about.
But they can't walk the walk.
They can't walk the walk.
They can't walk the walk.
Like I talk, nigga.
Walk like I talk. Hey, walk like I talk.
Hey.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Migos. Where y'all been at, bro? Y'all been quiet, bro. Been quiet.
Music in general been quiet too, bro, since COVID.
Music's been quiet, bro, and I feel like it's been repetitive.
Yeah, that way.
A lot of the same shit. Like, oh, I fuck bitches. Oh, I get money.
I
flip packs. Yeah,
I rob and hit a lick and get real rich.
Yeah, it's like, oh, fuck a job, blah, blah, blah. But then you see it comes back to the thing. Kids thinking, oh, fuck a job. I'm gonna go hit a lick. Boom. Easy 10 bands, boom. I mean, I'm not knocking the hustle, bro. You do what you gotta do, but
you gotta do what you gotta survive.
I'm not saying like I'm not condoning that, obviously.
Yeah, don't impose a lifestyle that people like. It's like young white kids.
Yeah, bro. Like there's
that
kids,
like wearing do-rags and like thinking their hood and like.
There's kids, bro, and this is shout out to my homie Ace, bro. Homie Ace, from HP, bro. This nigga told me, bro. He was like, there's so many kids nowadays that are trying to get into this shit that don't even need to be in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people out there that are actually hustling because they need to hustle. You know, like, not just because, I look cool, I'm flexing bands on Instagram.
I'm gonna post it on. See, that Instagram, like, if Instagram wasn't in this factor, bro, a lot of these artists would not.
Hell no. Like, Lil Pump, all these little, or not all the little, you know what I'm saying? But, like, Lil Pump, those type of rapper niggas, bro, like, they would not be around. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying, too.
And yeah, bro, like my homie Ace was telling me, he was like people get killed behind this shit, bro. Like,
that's
it's
sad,
real
bro.
life.
Yeah.
People get killed behind this shit, bro. And like people think it's a game. People think it's like, you remember that song Who I Smoke?
No,
that came out? And it was like, Who I Smoke, Ricky, and like blah blah blah. You know what I'm talking about? No. Bro, search that up right now, bro. You gotta know what I'm talking about. Cause this nigga, he was literally talking about him killing dead people, bro, on like a song, and all these random ass. Like,
it's Young and Ace?
Yeah. And all these random ass people started singing along and shit. Yep.
Is it literally this?
There it is. I'm gonna just keep talking over it because you feel me, none of that copyright shit.
Oh, your copyright.
Yeah, none of that copyright, but basically what I'm trying to say is that you can't
what the fuck is this?
glorifying this shit. You know that song from White Chicks? Mm-hmm. They made a remix to it, but on some drill shit. Like, I kill niggas, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that shit, bro. Let me know what you think about that. Me personally, that's some.
They're trolling, bro.
That's some shady ass. And the chorus is talking about all the dead homies, like all the other dudes dead homies and shit. We gonna beat this part out. See, the chorus is really good, man. And I ain't gonna lie, it's catchy though. See, like those are real people.
Oh damn.
And niggas were singing this shit, bro, like out loud, like screaming it. And then Julio made a little, I don't know if that's his real name, but that's what I heard. Julio, he ended up making a diss track to them back on the Ashanti song, and that shit was fire, I ain't gonna lie. But it's just some petty shit, like you don't need to be talking about dead people. Come on, man. Oh yeah, 2-3's one of his boys too.
He's good. This is kind of funny though, but
it is, but like it's some like it's deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Deeper,
it's not just a song. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand that.
That's wild.
Yeah, bro.
All right, bro. We gonna end this shit. Anthony just texted. He just heard I missed the podcast. Anthony, you did miss the podcast, brother. If it's okay, you gotta be on the next one.
It's good, bro. We gonna get you for the next one.
Yeah, smooth.
So, man.
All right, this has been On the Trip.
On the trip.
It's been lit.
It's been good.
Fuck with us. We got some content coming out. I'm gonna edit this and go to sleep because I'm done.